Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cinema Fans Podcast Show. I'm your host, Bradley Davis. I'm joined by my host, Julius Fountain. How you doing today, Julius?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you had a pretty big week. The Eagles won the Super Bowl, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, how you feeling about that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
Yeah, Philadelphia went crazy. Oh, my God. They did, the parade a couple days ago.
Yeah, the Philly fans are crazy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We're the
craziest. I saw a bunch of videos of them, trashing. I don't understand why you would trash your own city, but, hey, they're really excited. Y'all won the Super Bowl. I would be excited, too, if I was a Philadelphia fan. I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. Haven't won a Super Bowl in a while. 2009 was the last one that we won. 1-1. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking us out today. We have a pretty stacked show. We have some Facebook questions that we're going to get into today. Our topic of the week is Trailer Week. A lot of trailers dropped this week. Han Solo, Deadpool 2, Venom. Lots of good trailers that dropped this week. Julius's topic is going to be really interesting, really pretty funny. And so is my topic. So, yeah, let's jump into it with the trailers. First off, we're going to talk about the Han Solo trailer. They dropped a 40-second TV spot during the Super Bowl, and then the next morning on Good Morning America, on that Monday morning, they dropped a minute and 40-second trailer. Julius, what were your thoughts on it, man?
I thought it looked interesting, to say the least, just based off the visual style. Obviously, we didn't get a whole lot of characterization because it was still just a short, first trailer. But
do you want to? So you're talking about the 40-second one first, and then we're going to talk about the minute and 40-second trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about
the 40-second trailer, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was just a quick TV spot, so there wasn't a whole lot to get from it other than just kind of the look of the film.
Yeah.
And on that front, I was impressed because it looks very gritty, it looks action-packed, and it looks like something that we don't see a lot in Star Wars, just color-wise.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome to see everyone in costume. And
the cinematography was amazing in it.
Absolutely.
My favorite shot from that 40-second spot was when the Star Destroyers coming through the clouds.
Yep.
Oh, man. It looks so badass.
Looks crazy.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And, I mean, we didn't get that much from the 40-second trailer that they aired during the Super Bowl. But it piqued my interest. I was surprised by it because, you know me, I've been wanting to hate on this movie ever since they announced it.
But it looks different than
Yeah, exactly. It looks different. It looks grittier, which when we get into the minute and 40 trailer, we'll talk about that. But it looks more grittier than I thought it would have looked like. You know, I thought it had been more like a New Hope kind of vibes I would get. But instead, it's more like Rogue One. Maybe that's what they're going for with these anthology films, making it feel like that.
Well, you also have to look at the fact that Han Solo, regardless of everything he does that takes place after this film, he was a criminal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna get that look into, I think, the underground, kind of like the criminal syndicates in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. I mean, you got Ron Howard doing it, so I mean. He's a phenomenal director, and hopefully he'll knock it out of the park. Now we'll talk about the minute and 40-second trailer. We got some additional footage, and the actor who plays Han Solo, who is it, Alden Ehrenreich? Yeah, we finally got to hear him talk. A lot of people were nervous about how he's going to sound and whatnot. I thought he sounded fine. I mean,
he just sounded like a normal, how I'd imagine Han Solo young to sound.
I mean, this one didn't really blow me away because I think it was the tone of the trailer. And that's because it does not seem fun. It seems really dark and gritty and just not what I would want out of a Han Solo movie if I did want it.
Well, that doesn't always mean it won't deliver, though.
Yeah.
My problem with it was that we still didn't get a ton of characterization. We did hear some characters talk, and we did get some ideas of certain plot points in the movie, but it still didn't exactly throw me into the world of this new Han Solo movie with this trailer. I still feel like there's a lot to find out about it, which hopefully we will before it comes out.
I mean, okay, so if the trailer would have dropped like 6 months before release, I would have said, okay, this is a good teaser trailer because you're not giving away too much, you're not giving away the plot or anything. but we're like 3 or 4 months away. We need to start knowing what this movie's about. I think like they should have gave us a little bit more to what the movie's about, because we're so short on time with the movie's release that it's kind of necessary to start telling the audience what this movie's about. You just can't throw Han Solo on it and expect everyone to come up just because it's Star Wars. Listen, Star Wars is a huge IP. Huge. This movie's gonna make money. But how much money? I personally do not know. And with the production budget, rumors of being like $300 million for a Han Solo movie, that's ridiculous. This movie has to knock it out of the park with fans, with critics, and box office. And so far, fans are really split on the movie. Even with the trailer coming out, a lot of people didn't really like it either. So I think that they should have showed more characterizations. They should have shown what the movie's about, what the plot's going to be about. Mm-hmm. You know, instead of waiting until 2 months or 1 month away to say, okay, now here's what the movie's about. So, I mean, the visuals look amazing. Donald Glover looks amazing as Lando. But that's about all I can say about the movie.
Well, we'll see what we find out.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah. Then maybe it almost makes you wonder if there's something they're trying to keep under wraps about it. Which I think is an interesting thought. I don't know how much credence I give it, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm still gonna have an open mind going in. So yeah, that's our little discussion about the Han Solo trailer. I cannot say I'm excited about it, but it's unfortunate. I'm not excited about a Star Wars movie. That's kind of sad. All right, next up, the next trailer that we're going to talk about is the Deadpool 2 trailer. Man, this trailer was hilarious. It was hilarious. From the beginning, where they're making fun of sci-fi movies, where like like how like sci-fi movies have like that really serious monologue from a character. You know, he's talking about pain and whatnot, and then all of a sudden he pauses and he's like, "What the hell? Why is the CGI on his arm not finished?" You know, then they jab at Justice League with the mustache joke.
Oh man, yeah, that one was brutal.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And then they go into the Toy Story bit. I thought that was hysterical. And then after that, we get clips of action and whatnot, and it looks amazing.
My thing, I do love the funny trailers, but for me, the Bob Ross one did it. I just want to, at this point, I would like to see something, because I do want to know about the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see something like that. And it can still be funny, obviously, because it's Deadpool.
But that's the character of Deadpool. He breaks the fourth wall. He does stupid crap all the time. Personally, my favorite part of that whole trailer was the Toy Story bit when Deadpool, he's playing with the action figures.
Yeah.
And I rewatched the trailer again, and if you look very closely, on the bottom of Deadpool's action figure, it says Wade.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That. Yeah, but, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, and also, surprisingly, with the allegations with T.J. Miller's in the trailer. Mm-hmm. So I guess that means that he's going to be in the movie. They're not going to recast him or anything like that.
Oh, my God. Imagine if they had the balls to take a shot.
Yeah.
Or something related to that, and with maybe putting T.J. Miller in it.
Yeah.
That would be surprising, to say the least.
I remember I was telling you, I thought it would have been I thought it would have been hilarious if they would have gotten Christopher Plummer to come in.
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Do that, because since Christopher Plummer replaced Kevin Spacey in All the Money in the World, I thought that would have been a really funny joke as well. But, I mean, yeah, it looks amazing. The action looks amazing from what we saw in the trailer. Even Josh Brolin looks amazing as Cable.
Yep.
I love the design that they have for his character, and I'm really stoked about it. And it looks like, at the beginning of the trailer, it looks like Josh Brolin's character, Cable, it looks like he's in the same time period as when X-Men Days of Future Past was going on. It really looks like that. And I was wondering, could we get some kind of interaction between the X-Men and Cable?
Cable is from the future, and he's like directly tied in with the rest, like the Summers family. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. His son's Cyclops. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well, I think it's like a little bit more distant than that, but they have to explain him coming into the plot somehow. So I'm hoping that we'll get a touch of the X-Men in this movie.
Oh yeah, and if it is set during, if his if all of his scenes are set during Days of Future Past time period, I
Mm-hmm.
think that we'll get those interactions. But yeah, I'm super stoked about Deadpool 2. It's coming out in May. May is a stacked month for blockbuster movies. I'm so excited for the month of May, and I'm also over the moon excited for Deadpool 2. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about Venom. A lot of people don't like this trailer. A lot of people
I don't. I think they just built up so much hype around it. People were just started saying it's going to blow everyone's minds. But I mean, I think, granted, we have seen the trailer and it does look different. It doesn't look like your typical Marvel movie. But there's only so much that they can show in this first trailer.
And you gotta think they just wrapped up production like a month ago.
Yeah,
like,
and it's a teaser, isn't it?
Exactly, it's a teaser trailer. Like a lot of people were like, "I'm so overwhelmed. We didn't get to see Venom or anything." I'm like,
it's just introducing.
Yeah, it's introducing. It's setting up what this movie's gonna feel like. You know, it's setting up the characters. It's setting up the world that Venom's gonna be in. You know, and I thought it did a really good job of selling what it's going to be about. It's like this sci-fi horror movie. You know, Tom Hardy looks like he's bringing it to this role.
Yep.
Like I was honestly,
Tom Hardy. I think really brings it to every role.
Yeah,
at
that
this
scene
point.
where he's like shaking.
Yeah,
you know,
looks like straight up Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it looks like something like they're like, hey, we can do this in special effects. And like Tom Hardy's like, nah, I got it.
Yeah.
I'll shake around and look like I'm being possessed by some alien creature. But I mean, it looks really good. I've been really excited about this movie. The cast is amazing. You got Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams. I can't remember the guy's name from Rogue One and Nightcrawler. Man, what's his name?
It's not Diego Luna, is it?
No, it's someone. No, it's man. What's his? I cannot remember his name, but he's in it.
Wait, Diego Luna's not in Nightcrawler.
Yeah, no. It's man. I cannot remember his name, but it's got him. It's the director. What's the director's name again?
Ruben Fleischer.
Yeah, Ruben Fleischer. He did Zombieland. Some other movies he's done that haven't really gotten a lot of love, but
Gangster Squad. And
to me, I like Gangster Squad, and I like 30 Seconds or Less. Like, I really enjoy those movies. I know a lot of people don't like those movies, but hey, you know, I'm an outsider, I guess.
Zombieland's awesome.
Oh my, yeah, Zombieland's
sure.
amazing. And it looks like he's bringing his own style to it, you know. But I'm super excited. The trailer gave me enough. This movie does not come out until November.
Oh,
though.
is it Riz Ahmed?
Yes, him. Yeah. He's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
I think and Woody Harrelson's in it too. Oh my God, this movie is. I think this movie is gonna be a big surprise to people when it comes out. That's another thing too. It doesn't come out until what is it, like October? So like we still have we still have like another 9 months. So for people to get all bitchy that, oh, we didn't get to see Venom or anything like that, it's like, calm down. We still got 9 more months until the movie comes out. Just wait. We'll see Venom, and it's going to be badass. It's going to be amazing. But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I thought they gave us enough to satisfy us and to build our anticipation for the film. So, yeah, any more thoughts on the Venom trailer?
No, I think that does it.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we are done with our main topic. Now we're going to go into our individual topics. First off is Julius's topic. Julius, what is your topic of the week, man?
Okay, this is an interesting one
Yeah.
that I doubt not a lot of people think about, but I was doing my normal meme search of the day because there are some movies
Memes
I
are the
just
best.
love the memes for. All the Star Wars prequel trilogy, I love those memes.
Oh.
However, I also, even though this isn't a very popular stance, I do like the prequels, and I'll defend them always.
Yeah.
But I noticed that when I watch them, there are some scenes that I just can't get the memes that I've seen out of my head. Yeah, but so that kind of led me to ask, like, do memes for real, like, serious movies or just movies in general, do they kill the legacy and kind of make it like funny when it doesn't need to be?
I mean, even like the original Star Wars trilogy, there's tons of memes for those
yeah,
as
and
well.
you love making fun of like the plot holes in it,
Yeah,
but it doesn't
exactly.
matter because you love it. It's Star Wars.
Or even like recently, there's a page that we both follow on Facebook. It's the Movie Talk
by Movie Fans.
Yeah, Movie Talk by Movie Fans page. And a lot of people have been posting these Spider-Man 2 memes.
All the Spider-Man 2 memes are hilarious.
They are dark but hilarious. They are so funny.
Yeah, and it's just something fun that gets added on to an already fun movie. Even though it's a serious movie, it's still like it's all fun because it's Spider-Man and you love Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it damages the reputation of the movies or whatnot. I think it kind of adds on.
At the end of the day, everyone is gonna still know if it's an amazing movie or not.
Even like The Room. Like you think of like a Room meme, you're watching The Room, you're already laughing, and then you think of that meme again, then you're laughing even more. So you're even having a better time watching the movie. I think it enhances the movie that you're watching when you think of that meme.
And it just goes to show how interesting it is.
Yeah.
That how internet culture has blended with like the movie industry. It's great.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
So I don't really think it dampens.
I don't think it does. I mean, like some of the serious movies, maybe sometimes like you'll be sitting there watching like really like if there's like a Shawshank Redemption meme or like a I'm trying to think Schindler's List meme. You might not want to laugh at a moment during those movies, but overall I don't think it like damages any movie when I'm watching it or anything like that. So yeah, I love that question though. It's such a really interesting question that I don't think a lot of people really take into consideration when they're watching a movie.
Yeah, but so just tell us what you think about that. I'm actually kind of interested to see if anyone else has an opinion on that.
Yeah, we would love to hear your comments on almost everything we talk about during the show. So is that it?
Yep, that's it for my meme talk.
That is Julius's topic of the week. Now my topic of the week is, when is a movie considered a classic? Now I've heard a lot of people say like, well, I give like a movie 10 years until I can consider it a classic or not. Or some people come right out of the movie saying, that's a classic already. It's already a classic. Oh my God, this is amazing. When can you consider a movie a classic? What do you think, Julius?
Personally, I don't think we can really quantify classic with a set number of time or years. When it becomes a classic, you're going to know it because classics are, they're universally loved and they kind of showcase parts of an era and other movies take inspiration from it. So I think it just it's not a certain time. It's not a certain amount of time you need to realize it's a classic. It's just eventually you will kind of realize, like, yes, everyone still loves this movie. It's a classic now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Even coming out of Mad Max Fury Road, there, I was like, this movie's already a classic. Like, I will rewatch this movie till the day that I die. There's some superhero movies that I consider classics, like The Dark Knight. That's a classic. I will rewatch that movie till the day I die. The Avengers. I feel like that's a blockbuster classic. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like when you go back and look at like blockbuster movies or even movies that like change the game in the industry, you're going to look at the Avengers and say, yeah, this one, it really did change the game, because you're trying now, like every studio is trying to do a shared universe because of the success of the Avengers and what that movie did. Even like Justice League, a lot of people were like, oh, Justice League's got to make the same amount of money as the Avengers, which to me, I think it should have made as much as the Avengers, but it didn't. So like you have a lot of these companies like failing to repeat that. And then, like for me, like the Shawshank Redemption, I think that movie's a classic. I think a lot of people would agree that's a classic.
Absolutely.
What is it? The Godfather. I have not seen it. I know.
Oh, wow.
Come at me with pitchforks. I do not care. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to eventually. I own them. Like, I don't understand. I own them, but I haven't sat down and watched them yet. But a lot of people consider that a classic.
My favorite movie, well, one of my two favorite movies, Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Obviously a classic.
Oh, yeah, classic.
And I think that definitely in time, The Departed will also be a classic. It'll be one of the classics, though, kind of comparable to Coppola in the 70s. Like, he had a lot of classics. Like, what was the one with Marlon Brando and the telephone? Was it The Call? Was it called The Call?
Was it? I don't know. I'm going to look that up.
Anyway, it's just another one of those movies that's generally regarded as just a fantastic movie. It just, that did not have the spotlight necessarily.
The Call is the one with
No, well, that's the
Halle
Halle Berry
Berry.
one, but it's something like The Call.
like that one's a classic.
I can't believe I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, but
I literally was just watching it like a week ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it. And it has who in it again?
Marlon Brando.
Oh, okay.
Mink, yeah.
Okay. I mean, they worked together a lot. But like, yeah, I think overall, just like, because some people say, yeah, 10 years or 20 years, but I think overall, like, if you can come out of a movie and say, yeah, like this movie's gonna be talked about throughout the years of film and whatnot, and and I'm gonna be rewatching this movie over and over and over and over again, then yeah, I think you can consider a classic right then and there. I think there are some movies that you do have to sit down and wait for it to, because like overall, when you think of classics are movies that people talk about for years and years and years. So I think sometimes you do gotta step back and say, okay, let's wait 10 years and let's see if people were talking about this movie in 10 years. And I think that, even with like The Dark Knight, you can now consider that a classic because it's been 10 years. People are still talking about it. People love Heath Ledger and whatnot. And that movie is just
iconic.
Yeah, exactly. And when you ask people, a lot of people say that's their favorite comic book movie of all time. Even with La La Land, you still got to wait to see if that will hold up. I think it will, honestly. Even like, if it won't hold up because of the quality of the film, I think it'll hold up because of the Oscar shenanigans that happen. So, I mean, yeah, overall it's your opinion, but to me, I feel like if you come out of a movie and you think that it's great, you think that you'll watch it over and over again, and you think that people will talk about it from years from now, then I think you can call it a classic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Well, that is our topics of the week. Now to get on to the Facebook questions. Now, how do you get your question onto the show? It's very simple. All you do is go to Facebook. You go to the search bar. You type Cinema Fans. Should be very easy. The picture is like a picture of theater seats. You ask to join the page. I will happily request your
accept your request.
Accept your request. And then like every week, I'll put up a post asking for your guys' questions. All you gotta do is comment them down below that post, and yeah, it's very simple. I sometimes feel like I make it complicated.
Nah,
like,
it
feels
really
like a
easy.
long, but it's really easy. Just go to Facebook, look up Cinema Fans. It should be there. All right, so on to the first question, and it comes from Cody Barron, and he writes, "What is one of the most underrated movies of all time for you? For me, it's The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. It's an absolute masterpiece of cinema that no one remembers or cares about." For me, I talk about it all the time. American Psycho, amazing movie, amazing performance. Oh man, I love it. Some dark, the most funniest movie that you'll ever watch. Yet it's dark. It's a dark comedy, and it's Christian Bale is amazing in that movie. No one else could have played that performance. He was just electrifying. Like he makes the movie. That's the thing. Like if anyone else was in that movie, it wouldn't have been the same. But he makes that movie, and to me, it is a masterpiece. It's one of my favorite films of all time. So yeah, that would be for me, American Psycho. I mean,
I love American Psycho. Yeah. For me, there are a lot of them I could think of, but right off the top of my head right now, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. The original Trainspotting.
Amazing movie.
It does have that cult following, and it is pretty big in the UK, obviously, because that's where it came from. But in America, it still kind of just has like that cult following, and I think it's a near perfect movie. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I think it doesn't get quite enough recognition in the States.
I think that's because where did it come out again? Like
Scotland.
Yeah. I think over there in Scotland, it's probably like
it's huge. It's
huge.
But it's just I guess cultural differences people don't pay as much attention to. But
I mean
the sequel was amazing.
Oh yeah, because like we sat down and you showed me the first one and the second one, and I was blown away. Like those movies, even like the second Trainspotting, it like it cracked my like top 15 movies of 2017. Like it was really well done. I was really shocked by it. And also the first one, it had that
punchy like Goodfellas kind of
vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I was shocked by it. Because like you talk about like, oh, it's really good. It's really good. You should
Yeah.
really watch it. I was like, okay, now how good
Yeah.
can this movie be? And it was really good. I was really surprised by it. But yeah, I think for me it'd be American Psycho, and then you Trainspotting. But there are a ton of other movies that we can go into that we feel that are underrated. All right. The next one comes from Dominic G. Sorry, Dominic. I do not want to butcher your last name because I cannot pronounce it. Sorry about that. Before the show, I tried to make sure I can pronounce it right, but I just couldn't. So I'm just going to go with G. And he writes, when is your preferred session to see a movie? Opening day, midweek morning, Friday night, midnight session. For me, it's Thursday night. Thursday night. That's when I want to go see a movie. Thursday night, that's the day that a movie releases. It's the first time I can see a movie. Thursday night, that's for me. Or if I cannot see it Thursday night, then Friday night. It's either one of those two.
See, for me, I only reserve the Thursday night late showings for very, very special movies that are
like Star Wars.
Every Star Wars movie. I was a huge fan of the Hunger Games books.
Yeah.
So when that first movie came out, I was like over the moon because I was like so excited to see my favorite books become.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the first one's really good. The second one's really good, and then for me after that, it kind of fall off. But
I think they're all great.
Yeah.
First and second especially though, but and shoot, I wonder if Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, Blade Runner. We went that Thursday
2049.
night.
We did. Yep.
Yeah.
And that also.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
It's creeping its way up into my favorite movies of all time. So generally, I think it's just for, especially reserved for movies I'm incredibly hyped for. But so if it's not Thursday night, I usually go the following Sunday of that weekend.
And now, like our theater around us at Regal and Frank's, they do $6 Tuesday.
Yep,
nights
great time to go see a movie.
Yeah, and that's another one where like if I want to see a movie that really hasn't got that much buzz, or it has a bad review on Rotten Tomatoes, but I still want to check it out, I'll go to that Tuesday night and watch a movie for $6. But yeah, Thursday night for me is like the main time I want to see a movie because I want to see it first. I'm like Black Panther, I'm seeing it this Thursday. I'm so excited for it. And the crowd that we're in, because I've looked and seen like how many seats we're taking, it is big. It is so huge. Like there's like we got seats, like luckily we got seats at the top, but it's packed. Like it's gonna be huge. I'm really curious to see how well it does this week. It's gonna be huge. All right, Donald Trump, huge. It's gonna be huge. All right, next up is Tyler Yates, and he writes, what is your favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie that isn't Split or Unbreakable?
Signs,
yeah.
Immediate. That was one of it's probably my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie next to Split.
Mm-hmm. Before we started the show, we were like, "What's movie?" And we were both like, "Signs." Yep. I mean, even like Mel Gibson, he's amazing in that movie. Joaquin Phoenix, he's amazing in that movie. Who plays the? He has a daughter, right, in that movie. Oh man, what's it? Oh, the daughter that's in that movie, the little girl. She's like during that time, like the 2000s, like during that time where like child actors were like blowing up a little bit. She was like, I think.
Oh, it was Abigail Breslin. Yeah.
She's been
she's
in
been
a lot of movies. But Signs is amazing. I remember as a kid watching it. I lived in Tennessee when I first saw it, and we lived in this house where we had a basement, and I did not want to go down to the basement.
Yep.
After watching, I was like, no, I'm not. Just forget that. Basement time, no more. But yeah, the Signs. So thank you, Tyler, for the question. Next up comes from my aunt and her husband, Jacob and Blair Perlman. They write, it's a two-parter question. Which actor or actress can you best impersonate? For me, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
There aren't a whole lot of actors I can. I haven't really tried impersonating that many actors.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will quote Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Oh yeah, The Mask is so. Oh man, that's such a good movie. I actually
you
want to watch
love
that
me. You really love me. I love that.
Oh man, I can do Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll try it now. Get to the chopper. What are you doing? Kill me now. Do it now. And my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger quote: put the cookie down. What are you doing? Put it down. Have you seen Jingle All the Way?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like on the phone with that his like neighbor, and his neighbor's over there at his house, and he's eating his wife's cookies. He's like, these cookies are delicious, and he's like, put that cookie down. I love it. I love Jingle All the Way. It's a guilty pleasure. But yeah, that's our impersonations of actors. I can't do an actress, but I think it would come off dumb if I try to impersonate an actress. But then the following question they also write is also, I'd like to know who you admire the most in the movie industry, not limited to just actors, and why you admire them. Ooh, okay. I'm going to have to think about this for a second. Do you have someone?
There are all sorts of people I love.
Mm-hmm.
I think Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
I love what he's done. He is always pushing for the use of real film, and also, even if not real film, at least film preservation.
Yeah.
And, there are a bunch of other directors in that same group that I have a lot of respect for, particularly like Christopher Nolan and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul, Dennis Villeneuve. Yeah, you need to watch Phantom Thread.
Yeah,
it's
of course.
Amazing.
Great director.
Man, I'm trying to think. I'm stuck in a crossroad right now. Man, there's so many.
Yeah, there's so many great people.
Yeah, so many great people. I like Robert Downey Jr. He's amazing. He hasn't been in he's tried to do more now that isn't like Iron Man related. But even still, even outside of his acting career,
well, look at
what he does.
Look at he was nominated for Best Actor in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. And even outside of his acting career,
before Iron Man, he did have an incredible filmography.
And even his story, he was a drug addict. He went to prison. And he comes back, and now he's the biggest star ever. He's making bank. He's lovable and whatnot. And I love that story. That's a really good story. Even I know you're not too fond of Mel Gibson, but I'm kind of seeing him coming back into his own, becoming the Mel Gibson that we used to know before he went off the rails, insane, crazy, and whatnot. And I really loved Hacksaw Ridge. That was one of my favorite movies of that year, and he's coming back.
I do love John Cena.
Oh yeah, John Cena's amazing.
He has not starred in a ton of fantastic movies, even though I think his career is definitely expanding now.
He is. It's rumored that he's going to be doing the Duke Nukem movie.
And
I think that's actually a pretty good fit.
Oh no, it's a great fit. Yeah. Video game movies generally don't go well, but he's just a great guy, and he's done a lot of great charity work and whatnot after, and he loves his fans.
Oh yeah, so. And even The Rock. I love The Rock.
Yeah.
Who does?
Oh yeah, The Rock.
Who does
awesome.
not love The Rock? Even Jim Carrey too. Even though Jim Carrey's kind of gone off the rails
he's
a little bit
weird now, but I mean,
he's still awesome.
He's a great guy.
And for me, so now I know who it is. He's not with us anymore, but Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Oh man, such an icon. His work in the film industry will live on forever and ever and ever. And even outside of that, his comedy sets and whatnot. He was amazing outside of acting, and not even just being a comedic actor. He was amazing doing dramatic, Good Will Hunting. My God, that's the one that won him an Oscar, and he was incredible in that movie. So yeah, I think overall for me it would be Robin Williams, who I admire the most in the film industry. Even though he's not with us anymore, he still leaves a huge impact on the film industry as well. And I think that will do it for the questions, and that will be it for the show. Pretty short one today, guys. Thank you so much for checking us out. I'm going to put up the show on SoundCloud. I think that I cannot remember what the name of the SoundCloud is, but I will leave a link to it down below on the YouTube page. It should be Cinema Fans Podcast. All you got to do is look it up, and it should be on there. So we'll be on SoundCloud now. Hopefully, I will get our iTunes set up soon so we can start putting the show on iTunes. And hopefully soon, I will make a Twitter page so you guys can follow us on there. But yeah, that will do it. I'm Bradley.
I'm Julius. Have a great day.
Yep, have a great day.